Hi friends, Shayla here. So I decided to combine my end of May wrap up with my ReRead Roundup because I only read a handful of things at the end of May. I kind of took a break after all the readathon vlogs, which I will leave linked for you, but I just really wanted to still kind of at least go over the stats and just talk briefly about the other things that were read through the rest of May. So I just decided to combine these videos rather than have two separate ones because one would have been 3 minutes long. So it just made sense to do it all here. So let's go ahead and do the wrap up portion first, and then we'll jump into the ReRead Roundup. The stats for the month of May are as follows. I read 18 novels, 62 volumes of manga, only one audiobook, and read a total of 20,085 pages. And then for the manga demographic breakdown, I read 32 volumes of shonen manga, 6 volumes of seinen manga, 22 volumes of shoujo manga, and only 2 volumes of josei manga. Clearly I can read more josei in the upcoming months. After the readathon was over, I ended up focusing on the next 2 novels in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So we've got Lover Awakened and Lover Revealed. I do have an entire reaction vlog including both of these, so I will leave that linked for you if you want more in-depth details. Of the two, I loved Lover Awakened. This one's probably my favorite in the series thus far, and I'm still looking forward to continuing on in the series. And the last thing I completed actually leads into the ReRead Roundup, so let's go ahead and dive into that portion of the video. So for the ReRead Roundup, the novel that I ended up rereading in the month of May was Winter by Marissa Meyer. This is the 4th and final volume in the official Lunar Chronicle series. There are a few things that take place after, but the core story is now complete and has been told. And in this book, the first time I read this book, I read it all in like a 36-hour period. Where this time when I read it, I was only reading about 50 pages a day as I was doing it as a buddy read with Lindsay and April. And reading it at the slower pace, I was able to more greatly appreciate the genius of this book. Being able to tie all of our fairy tales together while primarily focusing on a Snow White retelling, while also dealing with our big overarching story, was really brilliantly done. I really enjoy Jason and Winter, which are the couple that are primarily featured. They are our Snow White couple, and the hints to the huntsman and the poisoned apple and all of those kinds of things. Like, they're all there, they're all present. I think they were all very well represented while also wrapping up our bigger story, which is why this one is by far the longest. This one's over 800 pages. And I'm glad Marissa Meyer took the room to properly do it rather than trying to rush it to make it about the same length as the other novels. And I still gave this 5 stars. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. And I still really enjoyed how everything wrapped up for our characters. If you want more of my spoilery, in-depth thoughts, I do have the Tell It Again live show. That one was on my channel this month, so I will leave that linked in the corner for you to go and check out. April and I definitely dive into spoilers right off the bat, so if you have not read it, I wouldn't recommend going to that video, but just know that it's good. I highly recommend the series as a whole, and it will forever be one of my favorite YA series. Next up, because it did release this month, I finally got a physical copy of Not Your Idol and decided to reread it. Because when I first read it, I was so blown away. I had to make sure I still felt the same about it. And I can honestly say that I did. This is still beautifully and masterfully crafted. The art style's lovely, and it has just enough of the creepy factor to it that it makes it interesting. So if you don't know what this is about a former idol who was attacked at a meet and greet. And so she kind of gives up being an idol, cuts off all her hair, moves away, goes to a different school, and that's kind of where our story starts after all that's happened. And she keeps people at a distance. She feels like she can't trust anybody. And then all of a sudden there's this classmate who starts being nice to her, and then we find out that he knows who she really is, and they start to form a friendship. But there are other things at play here, and to tell you those things would be spoilery to the volume, so I won't be telling you those. But just know that I absolutely love this. I highly recommend it. I've read it 3 times, I think, technically now, and I cannot wait for volume 2. And then last but not least, for the reread roundup portion of this video, we have Let's Dance a Waltz, which is a complete series, volumes 1 through 3. This was this month's manga pick. I've been taking some series that I've really enjoyed and been rereading them throughout the year, and this month it was Let's Dance a Waltz. So I forgot there was a trope where in the first volume, our main girl, Hime, is her name. And she's a little bit chubby, a little bit shy and mousy and quiet. Like, she's not like fat. She's not like me. She was just a little chubby for a Japanese girl. We'll put it that way. And she basically gets recruited to be a ballroom dancer. And the boy that is like the most popular boy at school is also a ballroom dancer, but nobody knows it. And so they meet up in dance class, and it's just really sweet and really cute. I really enjoy this. This is all about the love of ballroom dance, and it's just a really cute, fun time. This is the first shoujo I ever completed, and I still really loved it. It still, I think, will just always have a special place in my heart because it taps into something that I love, which is ballroom dance. And I think the way everything plays out is really sweet, and we don't have this magical happily ever after kind of ending. It's a little more open-ended than that, and I really just enjoy it for what it is, and I still love it and recommend it. If you want more detailed and in-depth thoughts, I do have a reaction vlog for that as well. So that will be in the corner because I read this one during the Spring into Manga Love readathon. So guys, that is it for this video. I did 2 in 1 and it's like not been any time at all. So yes, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope with all my heart that you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoy rereading things in your collection and what you've reread most recently. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.